The hydrosphere. Earth's hydrosphere is made up of all the water found on Earth. Water on Earth can be found in three forms: solid, as in ice, liquid, as in water, and gas, as in water vapor. The Earth's surface is 71% water. Almost all of this water, 97%, is salt water that is found in oceans. The rest of the water is called fresh water and is found in lakes, rivers, streams, and glaciers. An important part of the hydrosphere is called the water cycle. The water cycle explains how Earth recycles water. If you take a drink of water, it's the same water that's been on Earth for billions of years. The water cycle has four stages: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. Evaporation. Evaporation occurs when the energy from the sun heats up the surface of the Earth. This causes liquid water on Earth to turn into a gas or water vapor. Condensation. After water evaporates, it rises high into the sky and starts to cool. This turns the water vapor into the clouds, which are liquid water. Precipitation. When clouds get too heavy from condensation, the liquid water will fall back down to Earth. This is called precipitation. Precipitation can be in the form of rain, snow, hail, or sleet. Collection. After precipitation, water will collect on land. Water can fall straight into bodies of water on Earth and begin the cycle again. Some precipitation will be soaked up into the land, which is called groundwater. This water will slowly move towards a river or an ocean. The biosphere. Earth's biosphere includes all the living things on Earth. All plants, animals, and bacteria are included in the biosphere. This means that the biosphere stretches high into the sky, like birds, deep into the ground, the roots of trees and other plants, and deep into the ocean. Ocean life found deep in ocean trenches. Earth's biosphere overlaps all other spheres because life can be found in the air, the atmosphere, the ground, the lithosphere, and water, the hydrosphere. So far, the only planet that we know to have a biosphere is Earth. Other planets have water, rock, and gases, but no living things have been found yet. The biosphere depends on energy from the sun. Plants use the energy from the sun during photosynthesis in order to produce food and oxygen for almost all other living things. Every living thing on Earth goes through a life cycle where they grow, reproduce, and die. However, the life cycles of living things can take extremely different amounts of time. For example, humans don't often live more than 100 years, but the Californian bristlecone pine tree can live for around 4,900 years. Plants can have different types of life cycles too. Perennial plants can live for more than 1 year, but annual plants complete their life cycles within 1 year. The lithosphere. Earth's lithosphere includes all of the rocks, soils, and minerals found on Earth's crust. You can think of Earth's lithosphere as a type of shell. The lithosphere can be broken down into two different types of crust: oceanic crust and continental crust. Oceanic crust is the part of the lithosphere which includes the layers of rock on the ocean floor. Continental crust is the part of the lithosphere that includes the layer of rock underneath the continents, or the land on Earth. You can find different types of rock in the lithosphere. There are three main types of rocks: metamorphic, igneous, and sedimentary. Metamorphic rocks are created with heat and pressure. Some examples of metamorphic rocks are marble and slate. This type of rock is made deep within the earth and then pushed up to the surface. Sedimentary. Sedimentary rocks are made from pieces of other rocks that have been worn down by wind or water and then compressed, squeezed together. This is the rarest type of rock. Some examples of sedimentary rock are sandstone and coal. Igneous. Igneous rocks are formed when magma, a hot liquid beneath the Earth's crust, cools into a solid. This can happen both below and above Earth's surface. Some common igneous rocks are granite and pumice. Atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere is a thin layer around the planet that includes water vapor and other gases. Gravity holds these gases in place. The atmosphere can be compared to a big blanket. It surrounds the Earth and absorbs the heat from the sun. It keeps the heat inside, which helps the Earth's temperature stay steady between day and night. Part of this blanket is called the ozone layer, which protects Earth from the sun's radiation. The main gases in Earth's atmosphere are nitrogen and oxygen. There are also other gases in the atmosphere, like carbon dioxide and argon, but these gases are in much smaller amounts. Earth's atmosphere provides the gases that plants and animals need to survive. Animals need oxygen to breathe, and plants need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. The atmosphere is also responsible for our weather and climates on Earth because the atmosphere's gases move throughout the Earth. For example, the warm air from the equator can move to the north or south and mix with the cooler air in those regions. When warm and cool air mix, storms are formed. Head over to Google Classroom and start working on the questions based on these readings.